morning, students. Good morning, students. Okay, today, see, we are in day 5. I would like to teach you the fourth part of speech, adjective. So far, we have completed 3 parts of speeches. The first one, noun and its kinds, with some examples. Second one, pronoun, its kinds, with some examples. Third one, verb, its 2 kinds, with some examples. Now we are going to learn the fourth part of speech, adjective. The fourth one, adjective. The fourth one, adjective. Adjective means, see, adjective is a word. It is a word. It is a word that modifies or talks about, not talks about, modifies or tells us about a noun or a pronoun. So this is the definition. See, adjective is one of the 8 parts of speech, as you know. It modifies or talks about or tells us about a noun or a pronoun. You see, it talks or it tells us the color, age, quality, quantity, shape, size, state, and nature, purpose, origin, material of a, not of, yes, of a noun or a pronoun. See, in another meaning, actually, adjective is a word that modifies or tells us about a noun or a pronoun. What is a noun? What is a pronoun? I mean, it is giving some additional information about a noun or pronoun. You see, it talks or it tells us the color of a noun or pronoun, the age of a noun or pronoun, the quality, the quantity, shape, size, state, nature, purpose, origin, material of a noun or pronoun. Do you understand? So that's why we can simply call adjective as a describing word. Adjective can also be called as a describing word. See, it describes nouns and pronouns. They tell us what is the noun, what kind of noun, about noun, about it. So this is what. So adjective, this is. For example, see examples. A good girl. See, a good girl. Here, girl is a common noun, as you know. Here, this word good talks about the quality of the noun girl. And one more example. A huge bull. See, a huge bull. Look at this word huge. H-U-G. Huge means so great, so big. Of course, big enough. Here, bull is a noun. Here, this talks about the size of the bull. One more. Teenage girl. Look at this one, teenage girl. Teenage talks about, of course, the age of a noun girl, teenage girl. See, these are some of the examples. See, black car, for example. One more example, black car. Look at this word. Black is talking or describing the color of the car. So this can be called as black is an adjective. So any word, whatever the word, if it describes or talks or tells us more about a noun and a pronoun, it can be considered or called as an adjective. Generally, adjectives are written before nouns. Adjectives are, see, adjectives are placed. See, placed means here written, of course. Adjective generally is written before nouns. Before nouns. Nouns are pronouns, of course. General nouns. Right? So this is an adjective. Now we'll see, as we have kinds for noun, pronoun, and verb. I mean, different types of verbs or different types of pronouns, different types of nouns. In the same way, we have different types of adjectives also. Okay, in the examination point of view, you will not be asked at all what kind of adjective the underlined word is. You will not be asked at all. You will be directly asked whether the underlined word is an adjective. I mean, what kind of parts of speech. You can easily write. If it is a noun, you can write the first question noun. Second one, pronoun. Third one, adjective like. You need not to write what kind of adjective it is, what kind of pronoun it is, what kind of noun it is. You need not to write in the examination point of view. But you must know what is what. Now we'll see the kinds or the types of adjectives. Right. Now we'll see the types of adjectives. Adjective and its types. Adjective and its types. See, it's, do you remember? It's is. Do you remember what did I tell you? I think I told you, I explained you in the last class. It's is a possessive adjective, of course. Okay, we should not keep apostrophe. It's, we should not keep here apostrophe. Because if you put apostrophe, that means it is. It is the contracted form or short form of it is. But here, you should not put any apostrophes. You must be very, very careful where to put apostrophes, where to keep no apostrophes. Okay, right. Adjective and its types. First one, we have different kinds of adjectives. The first one, qualitative adjectives. This is the first one. Qualitative adjectives. Second one, quantitative adjectives. Quantitative adjectives. Third one, numeral adjectives, or adjectives of number also it can be called. Numeral adjectives. Fourth one, demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives. Fifth one, distributive adjectives. Distributive adjectives. Sixth one, possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives. So we can also write seventh one, compound adjectives. Compound adjectives. Okay, see, these are the types of adjectives. First one, qualitative adjective. Second one, quantitative adjective. Third one, numeral or number adjective. Next, demonstrative adjective. Distributive adjective. Possessive adjective. Compound adjectives. So these are the known types of adjectives. Now we'll see what is what. For example, what are qualitative adjectives? What are quantitative adjectives? So we should know about everyone. We see the first one, qualitative adjective. First one, the qualitative adjective. What are qualitative adjectives? See, I'll tell you orally first of all. Qualitative adjectives talk the qualities of people or things. See, the meaning of this one, the meaning of this type of adjective, qualitative adjective, lies in the name itself. You see, quality means the qualities of people or something. So here, the adjective that talks about qualities of people can be considered as qualitative adjectives or adjective of quality. We can call vice versa, qualitative adjective or adjective of quality. So look at this one. I write one here. The adjectives that talks the quality of people The adjective that talks about the quality of someone, no, quality of someone or something. Okay? The word, or of course, the word that talks the quality of a person or something, someone or something, can be considered as qualitative adjectives. For example, a handsome boy. Look at this phrase, a handsome boy. Here, boy is a common noun. Look at this word, handsome. This talks the quality of boy here. What kind of boy he is? He's a handsome boy, a short boy, a tall boy, a round boy, an ugly boy like him. See, this talks about the noun boy. So, then here this word handsome can be considered as qualitative adjective. One more example. A clever student. A clever student. Here student is a common noun here. The word clever talks about the student, the quality of student. So here clever can be considered as qualitative adjective. I'll write one more example. A large ocean. A large ocean. Ocean is a common noun, of course. Here, the word large talks about the common noun ocean. So, large here can be considered as adjective of quality. So, these are some examples. Some more examples we can see, like, you see, bad, good, ugly, dirty, short. Of course, this can be considered as not qualitative. See, it can be considered as okay, right, short. Short can be considered quality, of course. It talks about the size of the noun. You see, in the beginning, I have told you, adjective is a word that talks or tells us about the quality, quantity, color, shape, size, etc. You see, here short is this example, this word belongs to the size. So, this also can be considered as qualitative adjective. So, qualitative adjectives are nothing but the adjectives that talks about the quality of someone or something can be qualitative adjectives. This is enough for about qualitative adjective. Now we see the second type of adjective, quantity or quantitative adjectives. Very simple. Quantitative adjective. Right. Just a small bar makes a big difference here. See, before I put this bar, it is qualitative adjective. Now, after I put this bar, it becomes quantitative adjective. See, quantitative adjective is nothing but quantity means here కొంత మొత్తం కొంత కొన్ని. This is, you see, in this sense we use this word. So the meaning of this adjective lies in this type itself. See, an adjective that talks or that talks about the quantity of something or someone can be considered as quantitative adjective. You see, I write here the adjective that talks, the adjective that talks the quantity of someone or something. The quantity of someone or something. See, this is. Look at this one. Quantitative adjective means here the word or the adjective that talks quantity of someone or something. అంటే కొన్ని కొంత కొంతమంది. Like in this sense we use this one. For example, many students are absent. Many students are absent today. See, look at this word. Many. Shala. We are not specifying how many exactly. Shala. See, all students, all the boys should attend. All the boys should attend. All the boys should attend. Look at this word, all. Of course, this word talks some quantity of boys here. This word also talks about some quantity. See? A little sugar is left. A little sugar is left. Here, this word little talks about the quantity of this material sugar is left. Here, little is can be considered as quantitative adjective because this talks about the quantity. Here, look at these words which are kept in the boxes. Talk about quantity of something or someone here. See, for example, few, more, etc. These are called as quantitative adjectives or adjectives of quantity. We can call them vice versa. So this is about. And we are going to learn the third type of adjective, that is numeral. See, the third one, numeral adjective or adjective of number. See, numeral adjective, or you can also call it as number adjective or adjective of number. Here, the word or the adjective that talks a particular number of someone or something. Here again we have two. Do you know cardinals or ordinals? Cardinal and ordinal numbers. Cardinal or ordinal numbers. See, cardinal numbers, ordinal numbers. Cardinal numbers means here like 1, 2, of course you can write numbers also, 2, 33, 34 for example. That means 34. So these numbers are called as cardinal numbers. Coming to ordinals. For example, first, like first, seventh, not seventh. Seven means here this is seven. Seventh, 54th, 20th, 20th, 20th. Like these are cardinal numbers and ordinal numbers. You see, numeral adjectives means here the adjective that talks the number of something or someone. We have again two here. Definite numeral adjectives, indefinite numeral adjectives. Do you understand? Definite numeral adjectives. Here, this number adjective. First of all, I write here. I write what are numeral adjectives. You see the adjective. The adjectives that talk the number of someone or something. Oh, right. Someone or something. Right? See, someone or something. The adjective, the talk, the number of someone or something. Again, here we have two different numbers. I have just told you. Definite numeral adjective, indefinite numeral adjective. Definite means here when the adjective or when the word specifies particular number exactly. So it can be considered as definite numeral adjective. In another sense, second one, indefinite numeral adjective. That means an adjective or a word that does not specify a particular number of something or someone can be considered as indefinite numeral adjective. You see, here this one can be considered as two. First one is definite numeral adjective. Second one is indefinite numeral adjective. These are the two. See, definite means here an adjective or a word that exactly specifies someone or something. For example, seven students were present. See, 7 students were present today. 30 people died. 30 people died. See, here we are specifying particular number of students. Here 7 here and it is 30. So this can be called as, of course you can write name also like SCVEN, or you can write number. So this can be called as definite numeral adjective. And coming to indefinite numeral adjectives, here the word that does not specify a particular number of someone or something. See, for example, many boys. It is very close to the quantitative adjective. Quantitative adjective. Many boys were at the shop. See, here many boys were at the shop. Here many means we are not specifying. Here, we are not specifying how many boys were exactly at the shop. We can't. Many means kontamandi. We can't specify them how many exactly. So here this one, many can be considered as indefinite numeral adjective. It is, of course, these two are very close to, especially this one, especially indefinite numeral adjective. This is very close to, second type of adjective, quantitative adjective, right? And this is third one, numeral adjective. Any adjective or a word that talks about the number of something or someone can be considered as numeral adjective, right? And we are going to learn the fourth one. Right? The fourth one, demonstrative. Demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective. Do you remember one thing? See, while I was explaining, while I was teaching pronoun. You see, I told you that we have demonstrative pronoun. Do you remember? Demonstrate means here, describe someone or talks about someone. When we use this one actually, when we introduce someone or something to others. Demonstrative, there are 4 words, demonstrative pronouns. I told you. See, look at these words. This, that, these, those. See these 4 words. These 4 words can be considered as demonstrative adjectives. These also can be considered as basically this, that, these, those are pronouns. They can be considered as pronouns. But sometimes these pronouns can also be used as adjectives, right? Demonstrative adjectives. I'll let you know very clearly how can we identify, how can we understand which one is a demonstrative pronoun, of course, a pronoun, and which one is a demonstrative adjective, of course, an adjective. I'll let you know with 2 examples, right? See, first of all, demonstrative adjective means here. See, look at that. The adjective, I'm right here. See, I'm writing here the adjective. The adjective that is used. The adjective that is used to demonstrate someone or something. Right? Demonstrative adjective means here the adjective that is used to demonstrate, to introduce, of course, someone or something. There are 4 demonstrative adjectives in English. This, that, these, those. Basically, these are pronouns, but sometimes we can use them as adjectives. I'll let you know clearly with 2 examples. Examples. This storybook is a presentation. This storybook is a presentation. First example. Second one. Those people were arrested. Third one. Yes. Next one. Right, these instruments are very sophisticated. See, sophisticated. sophisticated. Sophisticated means here highly advanced or developed. Look at these three examples. In the first sentence, look at this word this. Second sentence those. In third sentence these. Here, the only difference between demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective. Very simple difference. Look at it. Here, these three are demonstrative adjectives because they talk about the noun after. Look at this storybook here. This talks or describes storybook. Talks about those people arrested here. This word describes or talks about people, the noun. And this word talks about instruments, the noun. So these are demonstrative adjectives. But what are the demonstrative pronouns? Once have a look at this. This is your bag. This is your bag. That is strangers. Those are very funny. Those are very funny. Look at these words here. This in first sentence, that in second sentence, and those in third sentence. Here, they can be considered as demonstrative pronouns. The simple difference between demonstrative pronoun, demonstrative adjective. You see, if these words, if either of these words, if this, that, these, those, if either of these words is written before a noun, do you understand? If it is followed by a noun or if it is written just before a noun, here storybook is a noun, people is a noun, here instruments is a noun. If they are written before them, they can be considered as demonstrative adjectives since they are describing or talking the nouns after them. And coming to next one. Here look at these three sentences. This is your bag. That is dangerous. Those are very funny. Here in this sentence, if either of these words, this, that, these, those, if they are written just before a verb, of course it doesn't matter whether it is a helping verb or main verb. if they are written just before these verb, they can be considered as a pronouns. That is the only simple difference between demonstrative adjectives and demonstrative pronouns. Right? And we move to fifth type of adjective, that is possessive adjective. Yeah, fifth one, possessive adjective. Possessive adjectives, we'll see them now. Right, possessive adjectives, next one. See, possess means P-O-S-S-E-S-S-S-I-V-E, possessive means, or possess, P-O-S-S-E-S-S, possess means have or having, cutting, undadam, that's the meaning. Possessive adjectives. See, I think I told you. I think I explained you while I was teaching you pronoun. Types of pronouns. See, demonstrative pronouns, distributive pronouns, interrogative pronouns, personal pronouns. Next, indefinite pronouns, reflexive pronouns, emphatic pronouns, etc. Relative pronouns. Then I think I explained you. Okay, again, I'll let you know what are possessive adjectives. Possessive pronoun is different, possessive adjective is different. See, these possessive adjectives are formed. Possessive adjectives are can be made from personal pronouns. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns means here the pronouns that talk about people, persons. We have three persons in English. First person. First person. Second, third. Three persons. First person singular, I. And plural, we. Right? Second person singular and plural, you itself. Third person singular, he, she, of course it is impersonal pronoun, and plural, they. These are persons. Three persons in English, both plurals and singulars. Here, I is a subjective pronoun.